Good morning. It's the start of another beautiful week at Darrowwood. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And delivered some bar top tables, bar height tables I should say, to the client today. 4 of them, 4 more to go. And in the meantime, I've got to get back on some other jobs that I've been putting off to the side, but I've now got to put them to the front. So I'm going to start off the day working on that pecky top. Got to clean up the underneath and get it ready for delivery and install. And this is the part that scares me the most. When I'm working alone in my shop, turning it over, it's it's to say the least, it's precarious. When you have 2 people, it's relatively easier. Here you can see I'm setting everything up, getting ready, and I'm just going to heave it over myself and go up on one side. What my biggest fear is that the bottom of it suddenly shoots out. So I'm sort of pushing it up with an eye to, at any given point in time, I can just jump into action and try and steady the bottom if I have to. And right now, this is the precarious time where it's balanced. I'm trying to move around to the other side and get little wavers and wiggles in the top, and you just lose the balance of it a little bit if you're not quite careful. So, one step at a time. Constantly keep my hand on it. I mean, this thing probably weighs, I would guess, somewhere in the region of, 225, 250. It's a pretty good sized top, and it's got a lot of epoxy on it, so it is pretty heavy. Okay, this is the point where I'm feeling a lot of relief, because now all I got to do is just let it come over to me, and I'm in a position where I can catch it and take care of everything I've got to take care of. So, thank heavens, now I'm breathing a heavy sigh of relief. It's down, everything went according to plan, and I can get on with the next phase. This is where I'm grinding down the drips of the epoxy that's underneath. And once I'm finished grinding all that down, I'm tempted to just take a hose and blow it off, but instead I vacuumed it all up. Didn't want to coat everything in the shop in a fine white powder. And after that, I take some polyurethane high gloss and put that underneath just to seal the bottom edge and give it a more finished look. And then, guess what? It's time to turn it over again. So here we go. This time had a little bit of a wrinkle in it, which made the usual struggle just that little bit more interesting, if you could call it that. Again, getting ready, and up it goes. And right about now, I felt something, what I would say, go in my knee, but it's too late when I got it up there. I want to get this thing flipped over. Look, my knee's hurting, but it's not that bad. But it is enough for me to say bad words, let's put it that way. So let's get this thing taken care of. Let's get it turned over so I can get on to the next phase, and we'll take care of the knee in just a minute. Well, I got the top over, now I can rub my knee, take some Advil, and get on with it. Don't have time to mess around with anything, even though it hurts a little bit. Got to keep going. Next step is to buff it out. I was very lucky with the pour. I got not one bubble. I had 5 undercoats before I even started epoxy, and it absolutely came out beautiful after I buffed it, got it to the next level. I was really delighted at the end. You know, every top you do, you can see areas where you can improve, but this was one that really came out especially good. Buffed everything down then, cleaned it off with a microfiber towel, covered it up, and got ready for other projects during the day. And the next one was a table I got for another customer. I was actually smoothing off the bottom side where I was going to put a finish on so the customer could come in and look at it. It's a beautiful slab. I can't show you here. I'll show you when it's done. And the next day, again, just showing snippets of my week, I had to go and get some more ash from the supply house. The designer had changed the bar height tables from 3 legs to 4, so needed more material. And then the following day was the install of the Becky table in my customer's house. So running around all over under the floor and attaching up to the top. And as I've got the C-channels to keep it nice and flat, didn't worry about corbels on this one. It makes it nice and free underneath. And then again, when everything's all in, you go back over again with the microfiber cloth. I left this with them so they had something to clean it with. And it doesn't leave any scratches, and it absolutely came out beautiful. I mean, just darn near flawless top. I was absolutely thrilled with it, to say the least. And thankfully, so was the customer, and that's what counts. And here we are the next day in the shop, and this is the bar height bar tables. I'm putting a 1 inch radius on the bottom, and it's 1.25 inches thick. I'm therefore going to turn it over and put a 1/4 inch radius on the top, so that's perfect for the edge. What I'm doing here is I'm using a punch or a nail set, and I'm marking the exact location I want to drill holes through the top that's going to attach the base to the top. And by using that nail set, what it does, it just gives you the perfect location, and the drill bit just sits in there and doesn't slip around. And you can see where I sort of sketched out, and there's a nail punch hole, and there's a hole I've already drilled in there. Go on the drill press and just get this template. So this will be the template for all the other ones. So anyway, that's pretty much the end of the week. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. If you could, just go down, make any comments, have any questions, I'll try and get to you and answer any questions I have. And we'll see what comes up next week. Again, thank you very much indeed for tuning in. Hope you have a great week too. All right, bye now.